Welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're looking at some really interesting source material. It's all about relationships and, well, personal growth too.
That's right. And we're drawing these insights from the work of Dr. Deborah Hecker. She's a licensed psychoanalyst, quite an expert on relationships.
Okay, and our mission, I guess, for this deep dive is to really get into her perspective
Yeah.
because it sounds a bit different.
Yeah, it is a little counterintuitive, maybe. The core idea is that building that strong partnership, the we,
Uh-huh.
it actually starts by focusing inward on the individuals, the you and the me.
Right. Okay, let's dig into that because, usually you think about fixing the couple, don't you?
Yeah.
Starting there.
Exactly.
But her model seems to, flip that, building from the individuals up.
Precisely. The structure she lays out, it's quite deliberate. You start with having two strong individuals, that's the you and me bit.
Okay.
Then you move to establishing mutual respect.
Right.
And then, only then, do you really get to that great partnership, the we. It's
Right.
a clear progression.
So the strength of the whole thing, the we, depends entirely on how solid those individuals are first.
That's the core insight, yeah. It's a direct reflection of the strength and, importantly, the self-awareness each person brings.
So the absolute foundation then is developing these strong individual identities. And she talks about clearly defined personal boundaries. That sounds key,
Oh, it's crucial.
but maybe not easy. What does she mean by boundaries here exactly, based on the source material?
Well, yeah, boundaries can sound a bit negative, like walls. But here, it's really about knowing who you are separate from your partner.
Okay, separate identity.
Yeah, understanding your own needs, your feelings, your thoughts, and being able to voice them respectfully.
While also respecting their space, their identity.
Exactly, honoring their distinctness, even when you don't agree or you need different things. It's about giving each other that right to be separate people.
And that allows for the mutual respect.
That's the bridge, you see. That leads directly into mutual respect.
It makes sense. If you don't have that solid you and me and the respect between them, the we is just, well, it's built on shaky ground, isn't it?
Precisely. A healthy partnership, in her view, brings together two unique, well-defined individuals. It's not about two halves trying to become one whole.
Which is a common way people think about it.
It is, and that's why her approach isn't just, say, standard couples counseling. It pulls in insights from individual psychoanalysis at the same time.
Ah, okay. Because you need to understand the baggage each person brings.
You got it. You can't really grasp the relationship dynamic without understanding the personal histories, the patterns each individual carries with them.
Right. We all have those ingrained ways of acting in relationships. The source calls them habitual counterproductive patterns, which sounds about right, often from way back.
Exactly right. And our personal history, it can help us, sure, but it can also really impede us in relationships.
So how does her approach help people actually see and change those patterns?
Well, the method aims to make those unconscious patterns visible. Maybe it's a tendency towards being too dependent, or maybe avoiding closeness, or always picking fights.
Uh-huh.
First, understand where it comes from. But then, crucially, it's about developing the motive to change, the drive.
It's not just spotting the problem, it's wanting to fix it.
Yes. There was a testimonial mentioning someone repeating dependency patterns and how doing this inner work finally helped them shift that. It's about that internal motivation.
And you see that reflected in the stories on the site, right? Like people finding their voice, being strong, and part of a couple.
Yeah, they're powerful examples. That inner work really does seem to translate into better relationships.
And it's not just romantic couples.
No, what's interesting is the source also looks at applying this framework to entrepreneurial couples, where life and business are all mixed up.
Oh, that adds another layer entirely.
Yeah.
How does the you and me focus work there? With business partners who are also life partners.
Yeah, things like sharing, control, different visions, money stress.
The stakes feel even higher sometimes.
They can, absolutely. So the source really highlights how vital communication is there and identifying individual feelings within that business context.
So teaching people to be honest about their needs as individuals, even in the business.
Exactly. Respecting those separate needs and boundaries about roles or control. It's critical. The health of the business can actually hinge on the health of the you and me.
So it really does seem like across the board, the message is consistent, a strong we. It starts with strong, self-aware, mutually respectful individuals.
Absolutely. You nurture the you and the me, establish those healthy boundaries between them.
And that's presented as the essential first step.
Yeah, that enables a more robust, more authentic connection in the partnership itself. It starts inward.
Okay, so Thinking about this for you listening,
Mm.
we've explored this idea that building a strong relationship, maybe it starts not with the couple, but with nurturing the individuals.
Yeah.
Self-understanding, boundaries.
Right, and think about that key idea we discussed. Recognizing and breaking those habitual, maybe counterproductive patterns.
Yeah, so here's something to maybe mull over. What personal history, what ingrained pattern might be unconsciously shaping your interactions in your key relationships, romantic, family, maybe even at work?
And think about this too. How much could focusing your energy just on understanding and changing your own behavior,
Hmm.
how much could that potentially transform those partnerships?
It's a powerful question to sit with, isn't it?
Right.
Really puts the focus back on what you can control.